My name's Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to my sewing room. I just got in here, and I'm currently listening to Avenged Sevenfold's new album. New. It's been out since 2023, I want to say. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with them. I kind of stopped keeping up with them during Hail to the King. I really didn't like that album. I love Avenged Sevenfold, but that album was kind of boring to me, so I never kept up with them. But I recently remembered they existed, so I posted photos on TikTok of a show I went to back in 2014, Memphis in May 4th, 2014. That was the only show I've ever been to, and I would love to go to more. Would you love to go to metal shows with me? I don't think he would. I think he'd be scared. So I want to go to more shows, but also I want to listen to their new album because I've heard good things about this new album. I know Hail to the King was an album basically to remember their roots kind of way. So far, this album sounds good. The guitar playing, I know the guitar playing is good. I was obsessed with Sinister Gates. And I think it was just because he was cool. I don't know the rest of the members' names because I know M Shadows, that's the vocalist, and then Rev, R.I.P., passed away in 2009. Don't know anybody else's names, but I know this is an extremely talented group, so I'm hoping this album's good. All right, we're gonna do some sewing. I will update you guys. I'll show you guys what I'm doing soon. Let me listen to this one song real quick. So far, so good. This new album is pretty good. There's more musicality in it than it was on Hail to the King, so that's good. I need to check to see if they have any more albums. I'm sorry, I don't have any good place to put y'all, but I am working on this pattern. This little bolero. Well, it's not a bolero. It's supposed to be like a top, but I'm making it into a bolero because I want to. So I have everything cut out. I've had it cut out for weeks. I am not going to forget the pleats or the tucks or anything this time around. So help me God. This will get done much better than ever. So we're going to continue listening to this album. I'll give you guys updates later. I don't do well giving updates during sewing. I think that's one of the reasons why I messed up so much on my last sewing project, because I kept on pausing and talking. So I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to try my best to just do everything in one go. I may get back to you guys after I have everything all pieced together. And then when I start working on the applique, I'm making a little Vault Tech applique for this. Oh, by the way, if you're new to this, I'm making a Fallout outfit for the opening of HHN this year. I dress normally in a 1940s goth, vintage, whatever aesthetic, and I thought that would be really nice to do something like this because Fallout is one of my favorite game series in the whole entire world. So I promised myself I'd be making a Fallout outfit if they ever announced it at HHN, and lo and behold, they finally did. I might get back to you guys after I've pieced everything together and start working on the applique. I may or may not, depending on if I have the spoons, make bias tape. I have a feeling I will. Yeah, I have to make bias tape because the neckline doesn't have a fold over or whatever. Facing, that's the word. It's fine. It will take a little bit longer, but that's why I'm getting it started now. All right, back to listening to Avenged Sevenfold. I had to pause from filling in my darts. Okay, I'm on the third song, I think. So the first one was Game Over, then it was Mattel, and now it's Nobody. And maybe I'm missing a song in there. Either way, I'm really loving this direction. I'm loving the musicality in it. I'm loving that they brought orchestral music or orchestral instruments. One of the earlier songs had a flute in it, and Nobody has the cello in it or the bass. I don't know. I haven't been in professional music setting in a long time, so my ear's not trained anymore. But it's really reminding me of why so many people loved A Little Piece of Heaven so much. It wasn't the words necessarily. A lot of us were just band kids that were obsessed that there was a clarinet in there. And it just feels like they're going back to those roots. Backcountry, I can't remember what that album, I owned that album. That album was what commercialized them, I would say. It got them really popular. I think they had one or two albums before then. I think then there was Nightmare after that. I don't remember. Please do not quote me. It's been a long time since I've listened to them. However, Hail to the King was the one that was around in 2014, and that's that was it. Backcountry came out when I was in middle school. I remember that very vividly because I fell in love with the guitar break in there. Then they radioed it, so they cut out the guitar solo, which sucks because that's what's so good about metal music is when there's a really phenomenally talented guitar player. A lot of metal right now, it's kind of leaning more on the vocals, and I'm not somebody that listens to words. I have an auditory processing disorder, so I have a really hard time understanding what the words are in general. But if you have a lyrical voiceover, I think that's one of the reasons why I like Ice Nine Kills, is because his voice is a little bit lyrical. That's why I love VK so much, is because VK isn't just vocals. There's some vocals out there, like you can tell that the group is about those vocals, but they are very musical in the background. Like they have some kind of like actual, I mean, they're all talented, but it seems like they all have like professional music backgrounds on them, and that's what makes them so good. So definitely give this album a listen if you are reminiscing about the A Little Piece of Heaven song that they did. It's definitely going back to those roots. I think one of the reasons why Hail to the King did not sit well with me was because there weren't very many good guitar solos. There's piano in this too. I forgot to mention there's piano in one of the songs. So this is really going back to their professional musicianship, and I'm just really happy to hear it. This album is so good. So it's like jazz mixed with metal, and like it's always clicked in my head that jazz and metal are very closely related. Also, jazz came from blues, and blues also formed into rock and roll, and now metal. And oh my god, it's so good. It's like I was never good at jazz band. I liked the idea of it. I personally am not creative when it comes to music. I'm a very follow the lines type of artist, musician. And technicality, I was really good. But like everything else, creativity, no. So jazz never clicked in my head for me. But this clicks so good. Sinister Gates is actually a trained musician, a classically trained musician. Like you can hear all the, like he's also trained in jazz guitar as well. So you can hear all of that influence in there. By the way, I went kind of on a deep dive of learning about the group again, since I'm like kind of minorly obsessed again, because they are a good group and they were from my childhood and they have a special place in my heart. So it's M Shadow, she's a lead vocalist. And then there's Sinister Gates, he's lead guitarist. And then rhythm guitarist is Zachy Vengeance. And then, oh, I forgot his name. Johnny Christ, something Christ. He's the bass guitar. And I don't remember the drummer's name because it's not the Rev. I'm sorry. I think they all met in music school. I know for sure the Rev and Sinister Gates met in music school. And I want to say Zachy Vengeance too. Not entirely sure. But they're all classically trained musicians. And it's so good when you hear classically trained musicians or like professionally trained musicians, like people who actually have some kind of professional training in their background. Because like right now, I really love how accessible it is to make music. But I think when it comes to newer musicians, a lot of them don't have that classical training behind them. So it's kind of hard to get behind them because they all have the same influences. And right now it's even more like noticeable who has the same influences and who doesn't. And it's really hard to find unique music, but this is so unique. It's so good. It's so listenable. Like there's just so much going on. It's good for the brain. I've had to pause what I was doing to just like take a break and listen to the music. It's so good. Okay, just finished listening to it. Life is a Dream. I think that's the very last piece. It's the album name. I did not know like we were going to get a whole entire piano piece at the end. It's phenomenal. Gorgeous piano playing. I want the not the lyrics. I want the sheet music for it. It's so beautiful, so well done. Seems like something I could probably practice enough and do. Maybe if my ear training is not good enough to do that. I wish I was still good at music. It's so beautiful. I need to see if somebody has it online somewhere. I'm sure somebody's already transcribed it. I need it in my life. I need to learn how to play it. What a gorgeous piece. So phenomenal. 10 out of 10, this album. It takes you on a whole musical journey. It's metal, it's jazz, it's classical piano, it's kind of orchestral. Like it's something made for people who are musically talented. This isn't just like an album that you put on in the background because you need something easy to listen to. That's what Hail to the King is. This album is for people who have had classical training in their life or who is very interested in music, who knows a little bit about music theory, knows a little bit about building music. Like, this is such a good album. I'm going to give it another listen through. I don't think I'm going to finish off the Darts Day because like my brain wants to edit now because this album is very inspiring. The last piece, so good, so good. I made another bracelet, little candy. I like this one so much better than I like the ones I made before. Like these, I might take these apart because you can't really read this. You can definitely read this. Like maybe I should have done yellow on the outside. I don't know at this point if I want to or not, but maybe because I think I bought 1,000 blue beads and only 100 of the yellow beads. But like, look how much better this looks compared to this. You can't read this. That sucks because like I have not much of this thread left. I have white, but like I wanted it all in black. It's honestly, it's fine. I'm probably never going to do this again after this year. I don't know. It's one of those, like, I still had the materials for the most part, so I might as well use them up. I know my bestie Clark, they like to do more beads, but I'm pretty sure they're set. I also believe that they have different style of candy making. They don't call it candy making. They call it bracelet trading making. I don't know. I call it candy because I was a former scene kid, so that's why, yeah. All right, well, this is going to be taken apart. This one, like, it's already looser, too. Like, I like the sound of this one better than these ones. Maybe not. I don't know. There's just something different with this one. So, all right, let's do this. We now have 3 of these guys. Woo! I'm so much happier with this. I don't feel like giving up on this anymore, so we're probably going to work these until I run out of the yellow beads. And then whatever I have left of the blue, I'll just probably make regular singles out of them. I don't know. We'll see. But these, so much better, so much cleaner. You can definitely read them. Too bad for this one that you can't read it. But honestly, this is my own personal one. And you can kind of see a design in it. But it's like not the same as this kind of design. This one kind of looks more like flowers. But I wish I did a little bit more. Made it a bigger mandala. But it's no big deal, honestly. It's still cute. So I'm going to take a break because my fingers are hurting because I've got old women fingers now. Then my crusty bones are hurting. Take a little bit of a break and then we'll be back later tonight. Probably not recording, but like I'll probably make some more, build some more of these. I want to get this video out eventually. I kind of want to break up my videos, do sewing, crochet, sewing, crochet, sewing, beads, get ready with me, then at the location. So if you guys don't know what I'm doing, the goal with my whole entire Fallout outfit is to build it up, and each day that I post, I'm using a song from the episode of that. So say the first one I posted was the bralette, and for the bralette, the song was, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a song that was used in episode 1. Second episode was the bandana. There was a song that I used from episode 2. And third one was my shorts, and I used Tweedledee from Laverne Baker. That's the only one I remember right now because I literally just posted it like yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't remember. But the song of that is from the 3rd episode. So 4th episode, I haven't like memorized all the songs that are in each and every episode. I just kind of pull it up and then I go listen through and see whichever one I really like or most align with. And then I put it to my video. So this next sewing project is going to be really big. I think I will finish it this week. However, I don't want to post it this week. I kind of really want to post the water bottle sling this week. Because with the water bottle sling, I'm going to put the tutorial out. I'm going to put out a tutorial. I'm hoping that alongside the tutorial, I will put a pattern, like a zine out as well. And then maybe I'll have enough spoons in me to go to my mother-in-law's house and get some of those printed off so that I can sell some zines. The zine is going to be totally free online if you go to my Ko-fi whenever I get around to it. But if you're going to purchase it at the market, I just want to be paid back for materials, basically, because apparently it's really expensive to go to your local UPS or library to get it actually printed out. So yeah, I just wanted to be paid back for materials, cost of materials. So, all right, break time. Hi, good morning. I wanted to show you guys my little beads, how many I've made or how much candy I've made before I start sewing, because I don't work until 5:30, so I have a little bit of time to do a little bit of dart working because I didn't get back to it last night. We have this many beads, so there's 9 of these little guys, and then we have one of my special ones, but this is exciting. I have this many leftover beads, so there's not enough to make one more set of the candy trading beads. I have plenty of blue beads, and I don't know what to do with them yet. I do have all these beads down here. I don't feel like picking up. There's some here, and then there's another bag of them in there. And maybe I'll do something with it, but to be honest, I'm not tired of candy making. I just don't have any ideas, and I don't really I don't know. I don't really feel like making up any ideas, so we're going to go to the sewing room. Oh, let me show you how far I've gotten on this beret. I've gotten pretty far. I think, yeah, I'm at the 3 rows of 3 rows of 21 or whatever. I don't remember how many stitches are in there. I need to get around to actually writing out the pattern so that maybe I could put it out as a zine, but you know me, I struggle. So, sewing time. I just lost Bob and Chicken, but like I'm almost done with the sleeves, like just in general with putting everything together. So we have one sleeve that's ready to be sewn on. Then we have this sleeve that I have to do like the seams and everything. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I don't know why I didn't think of doing this without having this going on in the background. But yeah, we got to do the seams down on this one. And yeah, so we've got pretty far. We have like 9 minutes until I have to go to work. However, I can take a little bit longer to at least finish one of these, the sleeves in general, maybe not the seams. I can do that just because like I'm not washing my hair. I don't feel like washing my hair. I normally only wash my hair once a week, and usually today's the day that I wash my hair, but I wash my hair on Tuesday, so I don't want to do it. Yeah, so we're going to finish this, and I'll give you guys an update on that, and then I will start getting ready for work. We are at a point where I'm going to start ironing down the seams. We got one side ironed down, and I'm like, I don't have time to iron down the other one. Plus, like, ironing down the seams for sleeves really kind of, it doesn't stress me out, but it's just like not fun. So we're gonna wait on that until maybe tomorrow before work. I don't know. I work earlier tomorrow, so I'm less likely to do any work on this. But we've got this much done. So back here is where the insignia, the Vault Tech insignia is gonna go. So I will be working on that very, very soon. But right here is the front so far. I haven't added the buttons because it's not button time yet. We're still working on sleeves. I do plan, so you see all the raw seams. I'm planning on making my own bias tape, and that's going to take a long time too. I'm not looking forward to that. However, I think that will like give this project an extra pop and like more of the direction I want to go with it. Maybe I'll add a pocket to the front, but at this point, I don't think I really want a pocket because that's just more work, and I don't know. It's fine the way it is right now. So yeah, we're getting really good progress so far. I haven't had to use my seam ripper on anything. I'm hoping that I don't have to use my seam ripper down here. I have a feeling I might have to, but hopefully not. I know for sure I have to use my seam ripper for the buttons, and that's something I've come to terms with. But yeah, this is working up really well so far. I have to draw out the design. I'm hoping that I'm on registers today so I can like draw out whenever we're not busy, because I've been on a position where I actually have to be mobile very often and can't just sit and think. So hopefully, because I only have a 6-hour shift today, I can be on a position where I can just like not do too much thinking. Yeah. All right. Time to get ready for work. I'll see y'all probably on Monday. What day is today? Today's Friday. Saturday, Sunday, both of those are 3 p.m. shifts. So I'm probably not going to do any work the next 2 days. And then Monday, I'm going to go out to Universal by myself to go prop hunting or like food booth hunting, because that's up now. We've got the Art Cafe one. I don't know what it's called. Clown Cafe, maybe. And then we've got the Fallout one. And then it looks like the Wyatt 6 one. By the way, I am not a fan of the Wyatt 6 and the Fallout food booths being right next to each other, because that area usually have one register, or two registers rather, and those registers like are almost always really long. Knowing the demographic of Central Florida area, and knowing that there's going to be a lot of people traveling to Florida for this house, for Fallout in general, it, like any of the houses actually, but like knowing that the Fallout booth is connected to the Wyatt Six house booth, that line's going to be really long. I have to do that food booth on opening day. I mean, I don't have to, but like my plan is to do everything Fallout on opening day, because like that's what I'm making this for. It's for opening day, and I feel like it'd be the most smart thing to do for me to do. You know what I mean? I'm making a video separately, so I've told you guys that I was doing like every like episode gets its own construction. So episode 7 is going to be me getting everything together and trying it on, wearing it in the hotel room. But the closing episode, episode 8, I think that's how many episodes it is, because like brain's not working right now. Brain's like, you gotta go to work. You're stressing yourself out. Episode 8 is going to be me doing all the Fallout things. That's the plan. So I'm not looking forward to standing in line for the Wyatt Six / Fallout food booth. I wish they would separate that. I hope that's the case, but I'm not sure. So anyways, gotta get ready for work for realsies this time. Well, if it's not the consequences of my own actions, if you cannot tell, my eyeballs are 2 different shapes right now, because one of them had something in its eye, and I tried to go to bed and it just wouldn't stop being irritated. So now I'm at home not making money because my eyeball looks bad, and like honestly, I just don't feel good now because it's taking so much energy out of me for my eyeball to heal, I guess. I don't know. What I need to do is make a better effort at cleaning my face every single night. I have never been somebody that washed my face at night. I do when I'm like on vacation, because I feel bad for the people who have to wash the clothing or the sheets and all that in the hotel, or the what's it called, the cruise room or whatever. I gotta be better. I've got to kick my ADHD in the ass and tell it to stop being lazy. It's not laziness. It's literally the fact that I'm just so unwilling, because it's not in my routine. My routine does not involve going to the bathroom right before bed, because like it's just one of those, I just don't think about it, because like I forget that I have makeup on in general. And like yesterday I was wearing like glitter makeup, and it was chunky glitter. So of course it got in my eye. I need to be better. I need to be so much better and not do this, because I could have had a 10-hour shift where I could have made like $180. But here I am sitting at home, not making any money. So I'm going to continue working on this crochet band or beret. I don't think I'm going to do the heart one on this. I think I'm just going to do a regular spider web on this. I have 3 heart ones in this pile over here. I have a blood one, or whatever, and then another regular spider web in the pile as well. I'm trying to slowly go through my entire yarn stash and release whenever I can. So, all right. I might get to sewing later today. I don't know. My energy levels are super low right now. And like honestly, I only came on here to show you guys my eyeball because it's kind of funny, but like also it's disappointing that I can't take care of my own body. So, yeah. All right. Let's get to crafting. It's been at least 20 years since I've been looking for this song. So I can't answer the clip here, but I will probably be making a post on this on like, I don't know, I'm probably gonna get dressed up soon, but does my eye look better? I feel like it looks a little bit better. A lot better. But anyways, the song is from Choi Changmin, and this is made in 1999. And I've had this bootleg. Let me just go get you the reference. Hold on. Okay, we're in my car because this is the only place I have a CD player that works. I mean, we have a PlayStation somewhere in the house and an Xbox somewhere in the house, but I don't feel like pulling all that out for a CD. So give me 1 second while I skip to the song. This is the CD that it came on. So it's pretty damaged in the back. Not the worst damage that I have, but this is a CD I've had since at least 2003. Maybe a little bit older. I don't think it's that much older, but this is the CD. It's English and Chinese on it, but the songs were all in Korean. And my aunt got it while she lived in Puerto Rico way back in the day. She lives in Texas now. My aunt's husband, he was an engineer and helped build the train that goes from like Old San Juan to Carolina. And so they lived there for a while. But anyways, that song has been like, I've had the hardest time finding that song. I could not find it anywhere. I've looked and scoured for 20 plus years to find this song. And finally I was just like, I pulled the CD out, I put it in my car, I played a little tiny bit of it, and then I group chatted the TikTok and asked if anybody could help me ID it. And one of my mutuals actually pulled out Shazam, and I should probably download Shazam, but like also I don't want more apps on my phone. And then on top of that, hi buddy, he's worried because I'm excited. But I don't know why I don't have Shazam. I should really get it. My husband has it, but like I just feel like I never need it. That's why I don't get it, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, the song is 그녀의 뒤엔 항상 내가 있었다. So 뒤에, sorry. 뒤엔, 그녀의 뒤엔 항상 내가 있었다. And that means like I'm always going to be behind her or something. I don't remember exactly what the English is, but the artist is Choi Changmin. And it's just like, I can't believe after 20 plus years, we finally have this song. And I'm like reliving my kid days. Cause this is the song, like it was on the CD. There were like 2 separate CDs and they were bootleg CDs. And my brother and I would play Final Fantasy IX a lot. And one day the little converter wouldn't work with sound. So either you didn't get any video or anything at all, or you got video, but you couldn't get sound. And so that was our only option. We ended up just listening to those 2 CDs on repeat over and over and over again. And because we're both really into music. That song specifically was the song I listened to. Like I used to take my CD player in my room with my little rechargeable batteries, AA batteries, have those plugged in all day so I could listen to the music as I fall asleep. I was obsessed with this song, and now I have it, and I have unlimited access to it. I have it on my Spotify playlist. I'm watching like over and over all these videos on YouTube. There's a music video that goes with it. Right now, Casa, like I found the lyrics, which like is on all the music camp videos, but like I found it. Thank you to my mutual who did the Shazam thing for me. I'm so grateful. Like I can't believe I'm sorry. Like I know that I don't really talk about music much on, well, I do, but I don't like, it's hard for me to verbalize what I'm thinking about when it comes to music. This whole vlog kind of feels like a music vlog in general. It's kind of weird. We go from prog metal, expression or whatever, the experimental metal to K-pop. 1990s K-pop specifically. 1999 was when this song came out. And like, I wish I talked more about music because it is something I'm extremely passionate about. I just don't know how to verbalize most times. And because I have ADHD, my brain just doesn't know how to focus on just that one thing. But I can't believe it's here. We found it. Guess what I did successfully for the first time ever? I made bias tape. I've wasted so much fabric. I'm not going to lie because I didn't know what I was doing. There was one time I was trying to do like a rolling one. Let me show you real quick. So I tried to do it rolling, but I guess I didn't fold it right and I didn't sew it down right. So they're just like this. And I don't know how to fix that. I was thinking about like taking the seam apart and then just attaching this all together. However, the issue is I don't think that I want to do any of that work. That's just too much work. So I'm just going to toss it. Unfortunately, I'm wasting a lot of fabric with this, but luckily back there, I have an extra yellow fabric because this is almost all spent because I messed up so stinking much. There's also like all this fabric down here. This is all from having to cut off like the corner pieces. I don't know how to explain what I'm doing, but I found it. I Googled how to do bias tape, and it was some Dolly, Haley, whatever. That's who I followed. Tried 2 methods. The second method worked better. It did, like I say, waste a lot more fabric, but I'm okay with it at this point. I also have like a spool of bias tape somewhere over here. The issue is with this one though, like the reason why I'm keeping it is because it's my first time trying this method and it kind of successfully working. But also, this little spool is from my candy bracelet, like stretchy thing. So good thing to hold this on. It's commemorative. I'm probably going to toss it in the future when I get really good at bias tape and don't have to look up instructions to do it ever again. But yeah, this is done. Well, not that one. That one's trash-ish. That's memory trash. This is the bias tape. It doesn't stay down as well, and I think it's because it's cotton and not polyester. So in the future, I will probably be making all of my bias tape out of polyester. Hello, excuse me. Sorry, I've just been listening to like the same song for the past hour and a half because I found it again after years and years, 22 decades of not being able to find the song. I've been listening to like a lot of throwback K-pop music from the 90s, so mixed in with putting that one song on repeat. But oh, by the way, I did finish the sewing everything down here. So the sleeves, the whatever is sewn down, the hem sewn down, and then all I have to do is the bias tape, and then on the back is where I'm going to put the little logo. We're almost done. This, and then the water bottle sling, and then we're going to be at HHN. It's like, it's right around the corner. Hi, good afternoon. I am getting ready. Well, I am ready to go over to my mother-in-law's place because we are trying to print out some zines and like get that ready for the market. Luckily, the market's not till October, so we have plenty of time. So, this is the outfit. I'm just wearing clothes that I bought like 10 years ago, and then my crochet items I have on the ground. I don't know why I put you guys down. On the ground, I'm making more bias tape in a different fabric because the fabric I was originally using, I don't have any more of it because I definitely ran through all of that fabric, all those mess ups. But it's okay. It's a learning opportunity, and it's also a reason why sewing isn't actually cheaper than buying clothes. However, it's a lot more rewarding than buying clothes. So here we are. It is cheaper than buying my own bias tape too. So at this point, I'm like pretty confident on making bias tape. I got to piece it together. I've got like a couple pieces down there. So there's going to be a big piece right there. That piece is going to be, no, that's the piece I'm working on. Yes? No. Yes, that's the piece that I'm working on. And then I have another piece right there. That's where the strips are too. That piece I'm going to keep for future reference so I can like make more bias tape. I have black Ritz dye. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere in this house. But yeah, I have it pinned, and I love those colors together. However, I don't have any more of that fabric, and I do not want to wait to order fabric because I don't think Michael's fabric will come in on time. So I am doing my best. I have plenty of this other yellow. It is what it is. At this point, I really just want to get this project done. So, all right, gotta go to my mother-in-law's. We're gonna go get those zines printed. She wants me to see it in person. I told her it's okay. The quality of it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Having it be more DIY makes it more worth it to me. And then I'm going with my sister-in-law to go to her little booth at the local like junk teak shop so that we can like see how her booth's doing and all. I might purchase fabric if I find really cheap fabric. I doubt it because it's like more curated. It's not really like a vintage shop or like a thrift store. It's more of a like a craft store. So, or like a craft seller's store. So we'll see. And then after that, I might stop by Walmart. I don't know. It depends on the time. Because if it's like around 6 p.m., I'm not doing it. There's no way. If it's around like 3 p.m., then I can do it. So, all right, gotta go. We're back. I didn't stop at Walmart because I just didn't have the spoons to do it. I don't think I want to go through that anxiety right now. So we did do that one vintage shop, and we have this new little guy. I'll give you a better look at it. So right now, it's sitting on top of all of this, and it just doesn't look good. However, this is like the perfect height for somebody who maybe if they're a little bit taller, they can bend. I am shorter, so maybe I could even move it over onto this side. I don't know, but at this point, I don't have, because I can't put it on the ground, because if I put it here, then you have to bend all the way down, and for me, that's a lot of bending too. So I have this guy on here, but like, I'm considering moving it over here. Like I said, it doesn't look good, but it's mostly because this is all like, it's not cohesive yet. I'm still working on building my booth. I'm gonna move this one. Okay, I like it much better here. I have this guy sitting all the way at the top, and then the little stars hanging out here. I really liked it because of the cubbies and the mirror, and I knew I could use this for like my little amigurumi-ish stuff. So I think that works out perfectly. This, I honestly don't really like these stars as much because they're a little bit too chunky, but I'm trying to get rid of them, so they'll sit there. You can see this is perfect height for me. So some people will just have to bend down a little bit, but nobody has to bend down this much. That's a big bend. And like same with this, it won't have to be as much bending. So I think this is the setup for this. I do really like this. I'm probably going to have to add more lights to this area, which is fine because I have a lot more lights. The little flashlight idea I had for a while, probably not going to work out anymore. Let's see what the back of this looks like. I do have some space back here, so I could probably like still angle flashlight down that way, so it might not be the worst. But I'm really liking how this is going up more. I feel like it's too tall, but also I need this height. I need more space because I just don't have enough space for anything in general. And like, I don't know. I was thinking about putting these little guys in here. They do fit, but they're just going to sit here for now. I just think I have too much stuff. Honestly, I have too much stuff. This is where my business cards are going to go. Did I show you all my business card? Let me pull one out real quick. Here it is. Cute little guy. I meant to bring one over to my mother-in-law's, but I forgot. But nothing on the back, just the front. But yeah, I'm going to put business cards here. Probably do my little square reader thing here. I'm going to have this little things hidden somewhere so I can shine onto this table. Oh, these aren't for the table, but my sister-in-law bought this for me at the thrift store, or the little store that she has her little booth in. And they're so cute. They were $12, and I wasn't going to purchase them, but she purchased them for me. This was $15, and that's why I picked it up. I was like, oh, $15 is super doable. So, yeah, I think it's getting better every single day.
Man, I'm excited to see what that tease is. Now, for the Terrifier house, they confirmed that on both coasts we're going to have good smells and also bad smells.
So we are at the portion of the appliques. I have one circle done because this was the easiest one to do. I think it should be completely closed off. Yeah, it's all completely closed off. I have all the raw seams on the inside. And then we have this cut out. And then we have the little tiny ones cut out. I'm going to separately sew these and then sew them on and then flip it. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's the goal right now. And then we have all the bias tape done. I did do a little bit of mess ups here and there, but honestly, I'm forgiving of myself because it's my first time successfully making bias tape. I don't know if I told y'all, or actually I put a little video clip in. That video clip was me remaking some bias tape. I have quite a bit left over, and it was my first fully successful run of making bias tape. I did not mess up like the sewing the seams once. I finally learned how to do it. There was a couple like mishaps with like length or like width of it, but honestly, that's negligible. I did mess up on the inside of this one somewhere. Let me find it. Right here. But like I said, it's kind of negligible, and if anything, I can just go back and fix it in the future. I don't feel like fixing it right now. I should, but I don't feel like it. This is going to be like a 1 or 2 time wear ever, so that sucks saying it that way. I might go in and fix it in the future, and that way maybe I can just sell it off if I don't feel this ever again, because I'm going to wear it to HHN opening night. I'm going to wear it on the cruise probably for like the Halloween outfit if they do like a Halloween contest, outfit contest or something. Plus, it's like a nice, comfy outfit. And then I'm for sure wearing it. Well, I don't know. Halloween, I normally wear traditional Halloween colors. And I normally make like a Halloween outfit. So we'll see about that. I'm wearing it for MegaCon. So I'm getting at least 3 wears out of it. Maybe 4. We'll see how I'm feeling closer towards Halloween. We're on the applique portion. I need to take a break and eat something because I haven't eaten. I ate like a little bit of product, but like I need to eat something more substantial. Also, my eye is acting up again, and I washed my face. I'm getting better about washing my face. I think what's happening now is I have dry eye, and that really sucks because that's one of the reasons why my eyes water up in general. So I need to go out and buy Visine or something. Oh, by the way, I told you guys about my wisdom tooth coming in like 2 weeks ago. It's come in. It doesn't hurt anymore. I don't have a raw hole on the side of my face. I can eat normally. It does sometimes catch my cheek, but other than that, it's pretty good. So I don't think I need to go to the dentist, which is great because my wallet can't afford that. So I am going to take a break. And then tomorrow I am going to a fabric shop and Buc-ee's with my bestie. And we're going to go do that, come back. I should be able to finish because tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm hoping to be able to finish this all by tomorrow night. I still have to put buttons on here, and that's literally the bane of my existence. Like, I don't mind doing zippers as much as I used to, but buttons, oh my god, like the buttonhole maker, I understand why my elders, I don't know how you say it in English, but like it's like the respectful way to call people who are better than you at a hobby or whatever skill, why they don't like using the buttonhole maker. I personally am terrible at measuring things, so I will almost always use the buttonhole maker. This it might mess up, and I'm nervous. I only have 3 buttons. No, I have 4 buttons I have to put on there, so it's not going to be the worst. And I know how to pick it. It's going to be tough, but anyways, yeah. Stop blabbing. Let's go eat. Hi, hello. Today is Buc-ee's day. We're going to go to the fabric shop first because I want to look at Halloween fabric because I haven't seen any new Halloween fabric this year because Joann's is shut down. So hopefully I'll see something. I may or may not pick up fabric. I don't know because normally like the smaller shops, they cost a little bit more and I'm trying to save money. To be fair, yesterday I only spent $15 and I didn't go to Spirit Halloween even though I kind of wanted to. I haven't bought any new fabric this year, and like I have a whole stash. Like I don't need new fabric. However, it's kind of what gets my gears grinding. Like that's not the right word. It gets the gears going. It gets me moving. It gets me more motivated to keep on creating and making new clothing items. And like now that I'm really trying to get into making clothes for other people, I think it would help out a little bit more if I did one Halloween fabric. I think I should allow myself one, not ream because that's paper. Like maybe 3 to 5 yards of Halloween fabric, probably just 3 to be honest. I think that would help me out a lot with my creative process. Although I am like in the middle of a project, I think it will help reignite my sewing. I love sewing. Like right now, I'm still in love with sewing. I think I'm finally out of my crochet intensively stage, my hyperfixation of crochet. Whereas with sewing, I could get more into my sewing hyperfixation, but I'm not. So if anything, maybe they'll have like leftover fabrics from Joann. Maybe they bought some of that up and have it in there. I would love, love, love to see the pink ghosties, the glow in the dark ghosties, one of my favorite fabrics ever. That I would buy 5 yards of that. And I would absolutely make clothes out of that. Maybe just for myself, I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, here's the outfit. I made the skirt out of bed sheet, and then we got this out of Big Twist Twinkle. And then this is a Eerie Knots pattern, by the way. We have my shirt. This was a Joann fabric. I think this one actually isn't specifically just Joann. I don't remember what the brand is called. I saw it on Etsy and I can't remember. I got this little guy at Goblin Mart. Oh, I did get put on the wait list. So I got to text my sister-in-law and let her know we're on the wait list. I don't think that we're going to make it because the wait list is probably really long. And on top of that, there's a lot of crochet artists there. And I think because she's not technically a business, it's a little bit harder for them to gauge what they want. And then at the end of the message, they basically said, hey, yeah, so this is like, well, this wasn't specifically directed towards me, but I think in general, there's more than one of us that signed up with some of our Halloween stuff. This is supposed to be like an end of the season sale. So like it's in September, but they're highly like advertising. That's not the right word, but they're saying, hey, bring out all your summer stuff because it's the end of the summer season. So that's the kind of stuff that we want. We want to see all the more discounted stuff. And I completely understand and agree with it. I do love the way that Goblin Mart is that way because I am the type of shopper that shops end of the year deals, end of the season deals. That's kind of my thing anyways. So I understand, completely get it. Maybe I'll make it into like a Christmas one. So we'll see about that. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I made these. I got this from a spooky market and I don't remember which one. But yeah, here's the outfit. I'm excited to go into Buc-ee's and scare, well, probably not because Daytona's not that far away from Orlando. And yeah, but I remember walking. I don't know. Okay, so I did a vlog last Halloween, last season that we went. So every Halloween we go on a trip because we got married on October 30th in 2020. This is almost our 5-year anniversary. Holy crap. But we go on our trip around the end of October, and most people aren't goth. Most people aren't alternative. Last year we went up to Tennessee. We went to Dollywood, and on our way down to Arkansas, because that's where my husband and I met and a lot of our friends still live, we stopped at a couple Buc-ee's. And I remember one time I don't think I was dressed that weird is a way to say it, but like I don't think I was dressed that alternatively. I think I kind of dressed down. Maybe my eyeliner was a little bit different. I was in pajamas, I think. But yeah, I got a lot of stares at me. So I don't think I'll get that in Daytona, especially since all the Halloween stuff is out. And plus, like, Daytona's close enough to Orlando that there's going to be alternate. Like, the thing is, the more conservative a state is, the more alternative people there are. Let me not say it that way. There are a lot more people who are scared to dress alternatively, and that's one of the reasons why I still dress alternatively, is so that I can be like, hey, we're here, do whatever you want, dress the way you want, because literally there are no rules. Yeah, like it's been a long way coming. We've come a long way since alternative like clothing and style has come to light. However, I think that there's still too many people that are scared to dress alternatively, and that's one of the reasons why I do dress alternatively. Not only that, I like to inspire younger people, and it's to dress up for the little kid me who wanted to be really into fashion but couldn't because we were too poor, and my mom was extremely religious, and I was too scared of what everybody thought. Now, I don't care what people think. I'm 33. Who cares? I dress for me. Sorry, I just hit y'all. But yeah, anyways, I gotta go pick up my bestie. We're gonna go. Yeah, we're home. And I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of show and tell because there's a lot in this little pile because that sewing place was really, really intense. Like, not intense, but like it was impressive. We were expecting it to be super tiny, but like it was a pretty big store. They had everything separated. They had a section for clothing. They had a section for quilting. They had a section for other stuff. They had patterns everywhere. I'll show you guys that, and then I'll show you guys what I got at Buc-ee's, which is like mostly food because I'm trying really hard not to purchase anything that's not food. So let's start first, my bestie. So I went to Epic Universe and I didn't purchase anything because at the time I didn't know that I was going to Epic Universe. I thought it was going to be a couple years before I went. Sorry, I thought I saw this glow, which would have been cute because it does glow. Because we didn't save any money to go to Epic Universe, I only bought like one little keychain backpack thing that I stick my earplugs in. But I've been talking about this for a very, very long time. And because my bestie works over at Universal, they got me this guy. I literally screamed because I love him so much. It's literally me. Like, look at the little bat. Oh, he detaches. I'm not going to detach him. I love him holding the little bat, but like, look how cute. I love him so stinking much. And like, I don't know, like, I just love the way he looks. I love the way that he kind of like, oh, it's magnetic. Hi, buddy. Hey, bud. He's like, Mom, why are we this excited? Because cute little bat guy. Like, look at him holding. Oh, I love him so much. Like I said, I literally screamed in their ear, and I apologize profusely. But this is my baby. So thank you to my bestie for getting this for me, because I've been wanting him so bad. Every time that they bring Universal Epic Universe stuff over to Universal, I always check for him. And he's finally here. Like, I don't need to like worry about him anymore. Like, not that I worried about him in general, but like I don't have to wait years before I can go get him. Look at the little baby. So that's the first thing. Thank you so much to my bestie. Oh, this means so much to me. So all right, now to the actual haul, I guess. So at the sewing place, they welcomed us in. They like gave us a lowdown of everything, told us everything, where everything is. And like we told them it was our first time, and they were just so stinking sweet. Everything was really, really nice. Very like customer forward, very like, this is a hobbyist location. Like, everybody in that location has a hobby in sewing, whether it's quilting, fashion making, or even like embroidery, because they had embroidery machines on display. Also, they had a bunch of like older models of sewing machines on display, like tiny museum kind of style, which was so nice. You know, these people love sewing, and it was just so incredible. Everybody was so incredibly sweet and very, very helpful. And now I want an embroidery machine that costs over $15K, but that's something that my bestie and I might finance in the future and share like parenting duties with, because neither of us need the embroidery machine, but it's a great want of ours. And it's something that it'd be like nice to borrow from each other, because like I don't have space here. They don't have space there. So yeah, but maybe one day we'll both pitch in for an embroidery machine. Anyways, getting on to what I got. I've been eyeballing these patterns for a while, and I know I've talked about it on end, and I've been waiting for it to go on sale on the Simplicity pattern site. They have Simplicity pattern on sale 40% every single day. I think it's McCall's as well. I only cared about the Simplicity because that's what I've been looking at. So we got these patterns. Oh, sorry. This one came out to be, let's see. The normal price is $23.95, right? With the discount, because they gave us a 43% discount. Wow! $13.77. That's how much it costs. I don't know why I got a 43% discount. I thought it was just a 40%. So wonderful. And then we got the next size up in this. And I'm going to recreate this because I need to make it in my size. So original price for this, $17.95. Got it for $10.77. Like, incredible. I'm so happy, because now I can start working on this and getting this all done. So yeah, I would have loved it to be $4.99, but also I'm supporting a small business, a small local family-owned business that has all the sewing stuff. It's all the way in Maitland, so it's pretty far. And my bestie and I, we were talking about it, like maybe make it bi-monthly trips out there and then stop at Buc-ee's. Like, those are two very long distances away from here. But both of us are not fabricators, but they are more of a costumer, and I'm into fashion design. And I'm hoping the more I get into the market world, the more I'll be able to afford to do all my hobbies, such as designing. So yeah, they had so much fabric. I couldn't afford to buy all the fabric I wanted. But yeah, I get to start on this soon. Once I get done with all the sewing projects I have for HHN opening night, I know I want to start doing the bat wing. I'll show you guys the collar later, because I talked about it about a little bit yesterday. But I'm going to start doing collars first, and then I'm going to start working on these little guys because I think, well, not that one specifically, but this one right here. Because now that I have it in my size, I can make it my own because I have fabric in this pile back here. There's a purple one specifically I'm looking at. I may use that fabric and then make the bralettes out of that. But anyways, yeah, these two patterns that I've been eyeballing for a while. They had more. I was just trying really hard not to spend too much money because your girl's broke. But I also got this fabric. Ta-da! I got 3 yards of this. And the thing with this fabric, so there's so much with this sewing shop. They gave me a little slip. They let me keep this slip. And what it has on here is the SKU number. So the person that was in line behind me, they were asking if they should return it or not, because normally at Joann, we would return it to them and be like, hey, so, or that's the price, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They scan it, they toss it. They let us keep this so that if we run out of fabric, we can go back to that fabric store and be like, this is the SKU number, do you have it? And they will find it for us. They will help us find it. And if not, I'm sure they'd order it in. And that's super helpful, so incredibly helpful. And I love, love, love that. Like, this whole entire experience was probably the best experience I've had going fabric shopping ever. I wasn't even, oh, I mean, I did intend to go fabric shopping. I wasn't intending on going pattern shopping. I didn't think they'd have patterns. I thought it was just fabrics. I thought it was maybe sewing machines. They had sewing machines galore. They had sergers, they had sewing machines, they had embroidery machines. Like, they had everything. And I hate that it's so far away because, like, I want to support them more, but it's just too far away for me to be able to support them as much as I'd like to. But with my best friend, I think we're going to end up going out more often. It's going to be a trip and I'm going to have to save gas money for it, but it's going to be so worth it. I know it's going to be so worth it. Yeah, so like that whole entire thing, it was $12.77 per yard, which is a little bit more than a little bit more expensive than Joann. However, I think what they said, the person that my best friend checked out with was saying after 40 yards, you get like or maybe it was after a certain amount of yards, you get like a voucher, like a $20 voucher or something to keep on shopping there, which is phenomenal because I will go through that. So yeah, it's incredible. And they have a little discount section right there. So I can't wait to work with this. The thing with this, I want to make the little bat cape, or not cape, but like the little collar. Let me show you what it looks like. Honestly, I don't feel like going digging in my closet to find the actual thing. So here's the pattern that I made. I drafted out of a pattern I already had. It says cut unfold. Do I have the whole thing on here? I probably do. Let's see. Here we go. So it's a pretty wide thing, but here is the basic of it, at least. So if I don't have enough fabric to do it on the fold, I can like just open it up and then like this. But it's going to go around your neck like a sew. And just kind of like, look how cute that is. So I do use bias tape to like tie it down, but I'm going to use this with this fabric. This fabric, and then make one for myself, because of course I need one for myself, and then make a few more so I can like sell it off, because I think this would be super cute to have in my shop. And it would show my sewing skills, because I am a sewist. I was a sewist, but I was a crocheter before I was a sewist. However, I felt more confident in my sewing before I felt more confident in my crochet. Anyways, yeah, that's the goal with this. We're going to make a bunch of collars, as many as I can at least, out of this. So yippee! All right, on to the Buc-ee's portion. There were quite a few like Halloween things there, which was great. I wanted to go there specifically for Halloween, but also I knew I couldn't spend that much money. So I bought a lot more food than Halloween. This white cheddar habanero, pretty tasty. Ate a few of pieces while I was driving so that I could keep myself busy, I guess. I don't know. Pretty good. Big fan of that one. Then we have the hot and spicy classic. And then we have the actual classic, this guy. So that's pretty exciting. I love beaver nuggets, one of my favorite things ever. I'm so grateful for them. Also bought for my sister-in-law, she gave me some money, 8 jars of the 5 fire roasted salsa, whatever it's called. Bought that for her. It was a lot cheaper than I expected. It's like $5.99 per jar, which is cheaper than Tostitos. So maybe at Publix. I don't know how much it is at Walmart because I don't really go there that often. But yeah, that salsa is cheaper than Tostitos. So I also got pickled eggs. Big fan of pickled eggs. I'm a Floridian. Like, I have been in Florida since I was, I want to say like 4 months old. I don't know. I was really young when we moved down here. And it's like kind of in my blood to eat pickled eggs. And like the pickled eggs that we get here as kids, well, as kids, I don't know. There was like this jar and it was red and it's just so sour and it's so tasty. And like getting the yolk mixed with the pickle juice, so good. Actually was in line with somebody and the guy behind me was asking me, are those actually good? And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm getting them. And he was like, well, are there different kinds? I'm like, yeah, this one's the spicy one. They have quail egg ones. And if you like find older cities in Florida, they have the ones with the in the red jars. Those are so good. Those are like the best ones. I should have told them to get into the sausage because most people get into the pickled sausages. They also have pickled pig's feet. I've never tried that. I think I tried the sausage when I was younger, but that was before I was vegetarian. And then the eggs, of course, I love eggs. So it was $9.99, which is cheaper than I expected. I think it's about the same price that it was a few months ago when I last went to Buc-ee's, but I didn't feel like purchasing it because at the time eggs weren't as expensive as they are now. So I just really wanted pickled eggs. I love pickled eggs. But yeah, so that's food wise. Then, because it's Halloween and I wanted to get some Halloween stuff because I haven't gone Halloween shopping really. We found these guys. Oh, I didn't know there was texture on here. Pimple patches. I've never had a pimple patch before and I just kind of wanted to try it out. I don't know. It's going to be cute to put on. I get pimples often still, especially around my period time, so I want to try it. Look how cute little ghosties are. And then, last but not least, because I wanted really badly to get a Buc-ee's Halloween thing, I got a cup. I know I shouldn't have, but also, I wasn't a fan of the shirt. I would use the cup more than the shirt. This glows in the dark. This glows in the dark. This glows, I think the little moons glow in the dark. And like, honestly, I could use this year round. I am a big fan of using cups. So I'm kind of disappointed that I've started a collection. After this, no more cups, okay? No more. We're done. We're not buying any more cups. This one will be a year-round cup for me, probably. So will the pink ghosty one. Other than that, no more. I am cutting myself off. So I need to charge y'all real quick, and then I'll get started on sewing again. All I have left is the applique and the buttons. And then we can move on finally to the, what's it called? The crochet tutorial. And that's going to be next week's video. But yeah, I gotta clean up this room because it's so messy in here. I just read a comment on Reddit that said that kids in 2009 are driving now. I almost threw up, y'all. Guys, I'm screaming, crying, kind of almost throwing up. My tummy hurts. But look. I can't believe it. Okay, it's just pinned down right now. I just gotta sew it on. But holy crap. So I had to do a little bit of like throwing away product, whatever. Sewing is expensive as a hobby. It's cheap to get in at first if you know how to like cheaply make things and not do any of your seams or care about actual sewing and the process of it. But like, had to throw this away because it's definitely messed up. Had to throw these away because the seams weren't big enough. But here's the final piece. So I did use bias tape. Honestly, you can't really tell how bad and ugly it is in the camera, so that's pretty good. And as the saying always goes, if you can notice it's bad, you're too close, so step back. But look, I can't believe it. Yeah, I'm tearing up a little bit. Like, oh, I can't believe that I've gotten to this point in my sewing journey where I've learned how to kind of like make my own shapes. Like, I mean, I guess it's not too hard to do your own shapes. I gotta work on the applique on this side. I'm going to sew it down later, but like I've been up since like 7:45 because Apollo woke me up and I couldn't fall back asleep because I've been really stressed out about finances because I shouldn't have spent all that money yesterday, but also I don't go out to Buc-ee's a lot and I also haven't gone sewing shopping since like it's been over a year I think at this point. So, yeah. Oh, one of my friends are live streaming right now. It's too early. I got to get ready kind of. Not really. I got to go to well, I don't have to. We're going to Universal today. Do one more look around of the props with my husband there. I might go again on Monday. It depends. It really depends. But yeah, I shouldn't have spent all that money yesterday. But also, like, when will I be able to spend that kind of money on sewing and Buc-ee's? Because I never go. I think it's going to be another, at the very bare minimum, 2 months. But I think I want to not go for like maybe 6 months, to be honest. But yeah, I want to hurry up and get this done. That was like what was stressing me out. I'm like, I want to get this done so I can start working on the little sling, the crochet sling, so I can get that tutorial out there. And then also after that, start working on the collars so I can actually get those sold. I think what I want to do with the collars, because it doesn't take too much labor, it's just a little bit of cutting, snip, snip here or there. What I think I want to do is charge like in person $25, online $35, or Etsy $35, Ko-fi $30, that kind of deal. Cause like I think $25 is pretty reasonable, especially in this economy. Like, I don't know, because I'm sure people will be like, oh, it's just a collar piece, it's $25. But like also, I don't know, I kind of specialize and kind of think you wouldn't be able to find that in the store, I feel like. So I don't. I'll rework it. Maybe $20. I'll talk with my husband with it. I think labor wise, it's not too hard. Materials wise, maybe a little bit harder, depending on how many I can make out of it. So I want to have that ready for the market and to be able to sell online because I do want to show more of my sewing skills in my online shop because I don't think that's very prominent. I don't think I have any sewing on my I showed off that I did a little bit of sewing for when I did the art trade with Erie Knots, but like that's not really showing. And I mean, I show it on here because this is my long form content. Short form content, like all my sewing just goes to my like shorts channel, but I have a separate channel for my business account, and my business account doesn't see any of my sewing stuff. So yeah. Anyways, I can't believe it. Hello, good morning. Today is HHN Prop Hunting Day, one of the last days. They have the food booths out, so I might go again sometime next week, but like just for the food booths to see if they put the menus out. But today is probably the last actual prop hunting day because they've got pretty much everything out on the floor, on the roads, streets, whatever, in the streetmosphere area. But like, yeah, I'm so excited. Also, this is the new Mel shirt that glows in the dark. Decided to wear this. Hopefully my husband wears the other Mel shirt. I don't remember if I bought this in medium or a small, because this is a pretty large small. Like, I have been growing out of wanting to wear small shirts. My arms are just like, it's a sensory thing. I can't do it anymore. My husband and I can no longer share shirts. It sucks, but like, it's one expense. Like, at least I know how to make my own clothes, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Plus, I don't wear t-shirts very often, but when I do, this collar, this is the collar I made for my capelet, my back capelet. If you guys been around for a while, that was way back for MegaCon. I think that's when I made it. No, New Year's. I made it then, and yeah, I just decided this is the capelet or whatever the little thing I want to make using that spiderweb fabric. This has a 1-inch seam allowance. The other one, I'm not going to do a 1-inch seam allowance. That's just way too big. So it's going to be a little bit longer, maybe down to there. And I kind of like a bigger collar. I don't know, something about bigger collars. But these are the earrings that my sister-in-law bought me. The back of this ear, for some reason, like the hole keeps on closing. And that's strange because I've had this ear pierced, that piercing specifically, I want to say, since like I was 4. No, 4 months. Like it's my mom got my ears pierced when I was an infant. So, but yeah. So this is the outfit. Just shorts, Mel's t-shirt. This one I did make. A couple of these I did make. I have Major Sweets here. trying to pull out my inner teeny weeny kid. This is Holly Scribbs. I can't remember her art name now. This we got at Goblin Market, but I can't remember their artist name either. Yeah. And then Claire's. By the way, did you know Claire's is shutting down? What a shame. That's like, honestly, it gives more room for like local smaller artists to make more jewelry, I guess. However, the issue is I got a lot of my like scene kid stuff when I was there. Like there's a lot of talks about like the teenager years being removed from just in general, which, to be fair, teenager and teenager are still kind of like a new concept. Teenager is more like 1940s, maybe 50s is when like teens started getting their own style. But like the 90s specifically is when tweens started getting their own style. And now that's just like being removed. And it might be due to recession. I know a lot of it is actually due to these oligarchs. I don't have a better term for them, but like they're liquidators. At the end of the day, they buy things, they put all their bankruptcy on it, bankrupt a business, and then let it die. That's what happened to Joanne, and that's going to happen to Michael soon. The only one that's we're going to have left is Hobby Lobby, and I will not support Hobby Lobby. So I'm trying to find all the local small businesses as I can. There's only so many you can find, though. Luckily, I live in a bigger city. It's just, it takes a while to get there, but that's the price you pay. Honestly, it's going to help lower consumption and not hurt my wallet as much. Oh, I did finish sewing down the, what's it called? The applique. So let me show you. Here she is. I haven't shown my husband yet. I just woke him up, but that's incredible. Like, I wish I could have put it up a little bit higher, but the longer lines were a little bit too wide because they would have landed on the arms. So I just put it a little bit lower. My hair will probably cover the higher part anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, but she's almost done. I just got to do the buttons. I almost don't want to because like this should have been the last thing I did, but like also whatever. It's done for the most part. I can't believe it. I'm so proud of myself. I was literally like screaming, like screeching this morning. Surprised my husband didn't wake up, but whatever. All right. Yeah, I'm surprised I also remembered to record and tell you guys what my outfit is. So I gotta let Apollo out. See you guys later tonight. I am working on the buttonholes, and it keeps on doing this little number where it doesn't go all the way to the end. And I think I'm realizing, because like right here it did, it's because my faceplate isn't tight enough. And I think it's because I'm missing some screws there. And I don't know where they went, obviously, because they're missing. They're probably somewhere around here. But I've been working with it being loose for a while, and like, I don't know. I know I should have it on there, and I know I should look for it, but like, it also makes it really hard to open the faceplate and clean. I need to clean in there because there's certain parts of this project that the dust that was accumulated underneath the faceplate came up, and that's not good either. So I gotta tighten before every single buttonhole. I gotta remember that for the future. Yeah. Anyways, I'm almost done. And after I finish these buttonholes, I'm going to go over and start editing. And then we'll do a try on after I do most of the editing. And then like do my closing in this top because we're almost there. So as a reminder to myself, maybe 37 is not a good setting. So I don't know if you guys can see 37 right here where my fingernail is on. This is the end result after using the seam ripper on it. It's pulled up some of the seams. So 37 is not good unless I'm precise, and I am not precise. That's not the name of the game here. It's pretty ugly. But at the end of the day, if that's the worst of this top, because the rest of this project has gone so poorly, then that's okay. I don't mind. It's fine. Hey, howdy, hey. Here is the try-on. So this is much more comfortable than normal because I think when I do the fold-over seam, it usually sits like right underneath, but this is fine. This is a little bit longer than normal, but also fine. Like, honestly, kind of matches up. So I'm kind of a fan of that. Nice. It's very breathable. It's very comfortable. It's a little bit tight here, so if I gain a little bit more weight, then it will probably not be super comfortable. But I'm sure it's way more comfortable than the other one. So at this point, I think I'm I know I'm going to wear this open-faced, but in the future, I'm probably not going to be wearing that bralette. I don't know. Because, like, this looks fine by itself. This and the shorts together, I'm sure are going to look fine. I really wanted to try that bralette, and I really wanted it to work, and I wanted to do, like, a kind of boleros type of deal. But this is probably one of the better buttons I've done, too. It's not super tight because I washed the fabric before I cut the fabric. And I'm very proud of myself. There's a lot of things I'm proud of myself for this week. Oh, here's the back. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot the back exists. I can't see it right now, but I hope you guys are screaming internally alongside with me, because I screamed internally with myself while editing and cried a little bit because I'm so dang proud of myself. Like, I can't believe I'm at this point in my sewing career. It's not a career. But my sewing journey in general. Maybe one day it will be a career, but it's never going to be like a full-time gig because I need stability, and art is never going to be stable, especially right now when we're going through a recession. Luckily, my art style is something like people will forego more elaborate art styles when it comes to fashion. It's one of those, like, if I need to make money, I can make just the bare bone stuff. But I mean, I do need to make money, but that's why I have my normal job. This is all going to be, if I ever do start making money off of my fashion, this is going to be all extra money to help fund my hobbies, because your girl has ADHD and can't stick to one. But, oh, I can see a little glimpse of it. It's so good. Let me go to the other room so I can show you guys what I have left. I gotta do the up and down recording for this real quick too. I really didn't do much, which is fine because, like, I need to focus on sewing anyways. I will be getting back into crochet soon. Sorry it's so dark in here. It's like 7:41. Normally I have this edited earlier, but, like, my brain just didn't want to finish editing, and I just wanted to listen to music. So I apologize for the late upload, but we have one new crochet. I did say that I was going to make it into like a regular spider web. That's not the case anymore. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make it into like the heart spider web, I believe, because I want to keep all my spider web, like the, oh wait, no, this is going to be, yeah, what did I just say? I don't know. The regular spider webs, I want to keep them out of, like, making them out of sparkle, big twist sparkle, because, or big twist twinkle, because there is still a lot of it on the website for Hirschner's right now, and I don't know if that's the brand that, like, so I was watching Altnots talk about it, and she was talking specifically about the Halloween yarns. I don't know if this is the only batch of big twists that Hirschner's is getting. If that's the case, I'm really kind of let down. However, I am partial to Hirschner's yarn, so I will probably just switch over to that. I know they have sparkly yarn too, so I will just have to, like, work around that. But I want to keep the spider webs in the big twist twinkle or whatever sparkly, you can't see it in this camera, but whatever twinkly yarns, I want to keep that for my spider webs, just so I can kind of, like, have a cohesive theme when it comes to the spider webs. Same with the hearts. I want to keep them kind of in the pinks. This one is going to be alongside this one right here, using the loops and thread yarn, this one, Orchid, because the deeper pink one is Orchid as well. I can't remember the specific Orchid, but this one's just regular Orchid. That's going to be the colorway I go for the heart-shaped ones. This one, I kind of want to do heart-shape as well, but black yarn. So I can keep on the pastel goth thing. If not that, then the slime drip. But I think that it's going to be the heart-shaped as well. And then I started working on another one while editing. I'm realizing that I should probably not edit and crochet at the same time. I'm hoping that this editing is a little bit better, but, like, also I get bored. Like, I'm sure y'all get bored listening to me too, but I get bored of just sitting there watching myself talk, because I've already heard myself talk because I'm the one doing it. But yeah, I hope that this editing session was better. What else did we get done today? We bought more fabric so that we know what projects we'll be working on in the future. Super nice. We got that top done, the bolero top done. I lost one of my fake teeth. So if it's not one thing, it's another thing. So hopefully they'll repair that for me for free, because we paid we're paying thousands of dollars for my teeth, and for it to just fall out after less than a year is kind of lame. I don't have the money to be taking care of my teeth that way. Like, it's one of my biggest financial struggles right now. I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to buy contacts in a little bit because I have to, like, we can't find a service provider that will provide service for my eye exam, and I'm scared to get burned on them and them say, hey, by the way, you have to pay a million quadrillion dollars because that's just the way that the healthcare system works now. God, it sucks being disabled. I know I'm not like on the higher end of the disability charts. I cannot fathom what it's like to be extremely disabled and being shunned by our government right now, and all the resources being used to just because of eugenics. Can't imagine what it's like. So, oh God. Anyways, let me not talk about that because I'm just gonna get upset. And yeah, sorry. I don't know what else we did. We got Bucky's, not really a big thing. Oh, I finished editing some HHN videos, but that's not really important to this video. This video is supposed to be my crafting video. I talked a lot about music this video, so oops. All right, thanks for watching. Next week will be a drop of the tutorial, hopefully. If not next week, then it is going to be prior to opening day. I'm going to do my very best. These little water slings, let me show you what it looks like. It's going to be this, but yellow and blue. So I think I'm going to make the base yellow and then the little accents blue. And it's really quick to work up. This is going to be what I'm making a tutorial on. Hopefully I'll get this video out next week. Well, the tutorial part. I know I'm going to get the actual video out. Oh, I do like the back of it. That's kind of cute. I never like really looked at the back of it. Anyways, yeah, we're going to do that next week. It's going to be super simple. It's one of those like really easy, fast workup projects. I might make a bunch of them more out of this colorful yarn. Not the biggest fan of the texture of this yarn, but I have a lot of it because I bought a whole skein. So I'll probably make a bunch more for the market because it's always nice to have a water bottle sling. I encourage consuming water. That's it for this week. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.